Hey guys, so I'm going to do a little quick skincare, like my daily routine vlog. It is at the end of the night. I have not done anything today. It is holiday weekend and my kids are sick. So we've been sick for like 2.5 months straight. So I have not done anything today. I'm short on a few of my products because I need to get some. I'm out of quite a few of my essential oils. So, but my skincare and daily routine has been pretty simple as of late. So my main thing, as dumb as it sounds, this is not for everyone. Some people need a 12-step process, 7-step process. I need coconut oil, and I just and I don't wash my face a whole lot, and when I do, I just use a combo of like not castor oil, like soap, just pure soap, like, and with like lavender in it. Usually it's like a good combo. I use that, and then I put on a bit of coconut oil on my face after I've just cleaned my piercing. I think I still have it here. I have to put it in my room. I do. So I had this stud from when they pierced it, and it's like, it's a really cheapy metal. So hold on, my thing is tickling. This piercing is tickling. Oh my gosh. There we go. All right, that's better. Oh my gosh, nope, it's still tickling. I'm actually dying. Here we go. Okay, cool. Like, try not to touch it with my hands. But yeah, so it was like cheapy, so it was literally constantly getting infected, and I was flushing it with saline. I was trying to not touch it with my fingers. I was trying to like do all the things, and it just, so then I put this in, which you can see it's red right now because I just like cleaned it all out and everything. But honestly, it's doing way better. It's on its way. At this point, I'm just hoping, praying that it heals up and does its thing. This is sterling silver, so this should be way better. I'm gonna throw a little bit of coconut oil on there with a Q-tip, because I just cleaned it out and did all that with a Q-tip. And honestly, I just need to use the saline, but I used a little bit of alcohol just because I do have a little bit of infection going on. I'm really trying to keep this piercing. I absolutely love it. And not to sound wimpy, but it was kind of painful as heck. So I really don't want to re-pierce it. Yeah, it looks really red, but it's really bad. So coconut oil on the face, cleansing the piercing. This is a combo of castor oil, frankincense, and lavender. And I just have it in this clear mascara. Well, you can get these off of Amazon. I'll link it in the description box below. I am so cool. Hold on. I'm like an influencer though, like seriously. We're gonna pretend that this didn't fall into the chasms of my bathroom floor. Yeah, so mine's cracked on the side, which causes it to do exactly what it did. But when it's not cracked, these are actually really nice. They hold up beautifully. Mine has just experienced a lot of hardships, I should say. But yeah, so you can get them for really inexpensive on Amazon and make your own blends. For hair growth, I stopped using them every day, and I regretted it so much because it really does help my eyelashes. Makes it so I don't have to feel, I don't know, I just don't feel like I have to wear as much mascara because I like big lashes. And so I will like pile on the mascara, and I don't really want to, especially in summer. I just don't want to wear makeup. So put that on my eyebrows and my eyelashes. I hope I'm like in the thing. Okay, so I do that. I will have to say, I'm very picky about my chapstick. I wasn't fully on board with the Young Living chapstick because I had a different flavor, and I wasn't, not flavor, but you know what I mean. Wasn't a huge fan of it. But I really like the Vanilla Mint. That one I am absolutely sold on. It's also really good if you're just trying to fill your order and you're just like a little bit short. I highly recommend that. I already brushed my teeth and all that stuff. Oh, yeah. So what I've been doing is I've been putting the Innovex Vitality here. And thyroid kind of region and all that kind of stuff, and I just like, so I do it like this, which is dumb. I just need to put the roller attachment on this one, and I have a roller attachment downstairs, so I just need to like do it. I hate the smell of this one, absolutely despise it. So I try not to touch it with my fingers because it's bad enough that it's like on my neck, wafting up to my nose. But yeah, huge difference. I will have to say, between using Endoflex and Progestins Plus, once I started using them together, my period started. My first real postpartum period came, I swear, like a week after. And I was like, when I had Bjorn, I literally had I like stopped bleeding and having my after bleeding, lochia, and then I had a week, and then my period started right after, hard and fast. I'm like 4.5 months in, and I just got my first period. So it was great to have the break. But it's also great to kind of have my cycle starting and really respecting and leaning into being more attuned to my body. And then like I used to have this attitude of like, oh crap, my period started, it's gonna be terrible, I'm gonna feel awful. Like I wasn't, as cliche as it sounds, honoring myself, really like leaning into the fact that this is part of being, for me, a woman, and this is part of my body, and enjoying that, leaning more into that and respecting it. I always remember, especially in my orthorexia days where I was just work out, I would never want to work out on my period, and I felt so lazy. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna lose all my gains, I'm gonna have all these issues. Where just like the more research I do and looking at everything, I'm like, these are the days to stretch, drink broth and tea and rest, and that's what feels best, and that's what is best. So this is your invitation to intuitively listen to what your body needs and trust that. Trust her, she knows what she's talking about. So I just take this. Some of y'all are like so committed, you put it on all the different soft spots. I put it on my forearms. Do like 3 drops. Sometimes I just do a little bit extra because I want to feel the love. This, however, smells divine. I swear by Progestins Plus. I have tried progesterone creams. I've run progesterone drops. And while they are, like the creams I thought were completely ineffective, they gave me rashes. Never do them again. The drops, I got really quality drops and they were great. I was an idiot and didn't know how to take them, and when you take copious amounts of them, it tastes terrible. So I wasn't consistent with them because I thought I had to take this huge amount. Turns out I just needed to put a couple drops on my gums because I'm awesome and I don't read directions. So if you're wondering what that little flinch was, I opened my cabinet and scissors flew out at me. Not the first time that that's happened today. My comb isn't even up here. Hold on. Is my brush here? The beauties of having a toddler is never knowing where any of your items are, literally ever. So I do not have my brush. I don't know where that is because he was brushing his hair last. So I will take out this mop. Oh my gosh, my kids are squeaking downstairs. So, whoo, if you ever wonder, I got a lot of hair. A lot of hair, and this is with this much being missing. I have to get Jake to reshape it because it's too long. I don't like it that long. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this. This is like my mermaid spray of I need a good bottle too. It's castor oil, water, distilled water to be exact. Very like fine sea salt. And then what else do I have in here? I have rosemary, I think lavender, and then for some reason I think cedarwood. I'm honestly not positive. Obviously, yeah. So you can tell, in case you're wondering, I am not an influencer. So this is real real time, girl. This is not picture perfect. This helps my hair. Honestly, I love the feeling of my hair when I leave the ocean. The smell, everything. So this just makes me feel like I just went to the beach. It's like really light, really lightweight. I know I look super greasy. I know it looks ridiculous, but like as the coconut oil settles in, like it really hydrates my skin and I look glowy. My joke is with my friend that I always look like I'm about to go into labor. Because like before I go into labor, oh, whew, I glow. I glow. You just can't recreate that kind of glow unless you got your coconut oil. So yeah, I do that on my hair. That'll probably get thrown right back up. It actually looks pretty good. I'm growing out my bangs and they are still too long. But yeah, so that is my routine. You're in. Oopsie. What do you have?
Oopsie.
Oopsies. Is that a toothbrush?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, are you brushing your teeth?
Okay.
Are you so handsome? As a side note, an addition to my routine, because tonight is Bonker Doodles. Oh, well that works out well. This is Valor. I've been looking this everywhere. I was looking for deep relief. I'll probably be doing deep relief on my nape of my neck. And then I'll be doing this. And, whoa, thanks, Boo. I won't be needing my other one. So I'll be doing Valor, deep relief, and stress away. Because as you can hear, I'm in the jungle. But yeah. How are you? Oh, what's pretty? When your net is just Bonker Doodles. And I didn't know what to do, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a mini vlog. And I'm gonna add this into it. Because why wouldn't you want to see and hear about my Bonker Doodles life? You know? I even pulled out my old ring light for this. It's great. I lost the remote though. I have to find it. It's just, it's hard. It's hard going through the process of working on yourself. It is difficult doing that while parenting and as a parent, and doing it for your parenting as a parent. Because when you realize that your healing is so important for your parenting journey, and when you open yourself up to learn from your children, it's huge. And right now I'm basking. I'm just asking the Lord. I'm laying it all out right now. And it was great. I was having a conversation with Jake, and it was just like, and it just kept being like, I have nowhere to turn. I have nowhere to turn. I have nowhere to turn with this. And he said it, and I just felt it in my heart, because every time, oh, brief interlude. Okay, so every time I kept saying that, all I could think of was, and all I could hear in my heart and in my mind was that God just being like, well, I'm here. I'm here. Find your joy in me. Find your contentment and your peace in me. Find it in me. And I just didn't want to in that moment. I wanted to be like, no. That's not the easy answer. I'd rather do online shopping. It's like that rule. What do we say when we're sad? Add to cart. What? So yeah, it always is. It's peeling back one layer and going to the next and going to the next. And whenever you're like, oh yeah, I've done some ground shaking work, woo, there's another layer right beneath it that was just as hard. It's good. It's worth it. But it's hard, and it's okay. It's okay to be hard. It's okay for it to be big. It's okay for to not understand in the moment. Like, it's okay. Genuinely. But I don't know. We're hitting all the heavy metal. Oops. I'm actually resting this on. There we go. So I was editing my little video here, and I kept seeing, like, obviously myself in it. Oh, my bangs. My hair's messed up. Oof. But so I kept seeing myself, and I kept being like, oh my gosh, I'm so big. You know, those moments where you're just like challenged by yourself. Because sometimes we're challenged by external things, and sometimes we're challenged by us, our physical form, our voice, the way we talk, just everything. Sometimes those things. So didn't think a vlog would be this deep, huh? Well, you know what? You're in my land now. We work all day every day, and we work all day every day on healing. Okay, so this is me. She's got end of day bloat, period bloat, and I fit a baby in there, and it didn't just go back in. Okay, this is me, all loose, all, you know, postpartum, raw. And I was looking at myself in it, and I was just thinking, like, wow, I'm really uncomfortable with that. I'm not okay with that. And something that I've been using is when sore braids, right? I'm researching neuroplasticity. And anyone who struggles with their body image and or an eating disorder, you know that feeling, or even actually anxiety too, all of it, depression. It always feels like the same thing. At least for me it does. Like, when I'm challenged by my body, I go through the same thing. Like, I just think to myself, it's like the same thoughts, the same feelings over and over and over and over again, like a rut. Because we carve grooves into our brains, and those are pathways, those are thought patterns. And so I have a really deep groove, and this groove is, you're not skinny, you're worthless, I don't know, I don't even want to speak the words that I speak over myself and have had spoken over myself. So I'm replacing them. I'm replacing them with very specific truths. To the things that have been spoken over me, I am directly addressing them and saying, no, this is not true. And one thing that I'm saying is, it's just a mantra. It's a couple of them, one after another. The first is, I will not be overweight forever. Because the first thing you do when you're open is people are very kind. Like, you're beautiful, you're whatever. It doesn't change the fact that I'm overweight. I'm overweight compared to what I was before, which was mucho unhealthy. But I'm overweight. I don't feel good at this size. It's not, it's what my body deems necessary at this point to feed my child. Basically all this is. I get all the extra, because I don't lose weight when I'm breastfeeding. And let's normalize that, please and thank you. It doesn't just melt off for everyone. Sometimes it keeps the weight on. Sometimes you gain weight. I lost weight. I'm not gonna give numbers. My eating disorder brain is like, give numbers. But like I got to a weight and I was like, oh, okay, so that's like a little heavier, but that's great. Like, you know, it's like 15 pounds, almost 20 pounds from when I had Bruin. I gained like 10 pounds. It's nuts. I literally gained like 10, 12 pounds and I was like, what happened? I freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh man, it felt like I was going backwards. And really, it's just like, you know, of course there's always circumstances like I mentioned before. We've been sick. I haven't been able to go outside and do 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 mile walks every day. I might just not be able to do that much walking in a day. Like, it just might not be realistic for me every day. And I need to not have my peace and my worth and my value dependent on that. But no, sorry. Going back to, so it's been a struggle for me. But the truth, blunt, perfect, okay truth is that, you know, I'm not going to be overweight for forever. And I have another truth. And then I'll say, I have to trust the timing of this. Because even though my mind and my heart are on a specific schedule for what I'm supposed to look like, my body knows better. My body says, girl, you've experienced so much over these past couple years. Take a break. Trust me. And that's the thing. And that's what I keep coming back to, which is another one of my truths. I followed through on the wrong things. I've never followed through on the right thing with my body, which is, for me in this place, eating pro-metabolically. Actively not giving in to disordered habits and disordered thinking. It's eating food and striving and celebrating the days where I just eat and I don't think about it. And food doesn't have a good or bad moral value. It's just food. And I feel pleased with the soul food and the body food that I eat in that day. The things that really nourish my body, but then also nourish myself and my heart too. Those are the things I'm striving for. And those are the days that we celebrate. I had a day and I called my friend. I called my bestie. I was like, dude, I felt no shame about what I ate today. Which for some people you might be like, why would you feel shame? I have felt ashamed of what I eat and how I look since I was like 7 or 8 years old. I have been working out to change my body because I am ashamed since I was 7 or 8 years old. And I'm almost 26. That's 16 years. No. Oh my gosh, that's not 16 years. I can math. Was I 8? Oh my gosh, now you're gonna know how bad I am at math. 2 makes 10. 16, 18 years. 18 or 19 years, right? Or 17 or 18 years. Something in that range, give or take. Give or take a little bit, okay? It's 10:30 at night, so I have no promises on the math front. It has been a very, very long time that I have been this way and felt this way. So for me to experience a day where I just ate and food had no power over me. I said no to ice cream. I was like, oh, I don't feel like it. I'd rather have this. I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna throw. Like, I just was like, oh, I'm not gonna finish. And I just didn't eat the rest of it. And I was satisfied, like fully satisfied. Those are the days I dream of. And someday, that's gonna be most of them. And it's possible and it's feasible. But of course, like the next day it was like, right back to square one. Because that's how this works. It's a battle. It's not one and done. A healthy relationship with your body and food is not built in a day. It took so many years to build it up to where it was in a bad way. It takes a lot to you know, heal. But that's another one of my truths. That you know, I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what my truth was. Gosh darn. Shows I'm too tired. But yeah, like, I will not be overweight for forever. This is not for forever. Like, for whatever reason, my brain is like, I need to be thin now. Not even thin, just thinner. Not this size, not this specific size, not this specific weight. Also, it just happens to be my trigger weight, the weight that I usually have been in my lifetime, where I've felt the most uncomfortable, been my heaviest, etc., etc. Some of the hardest points of my life, it's literally the exact same weight. It's exact same numbers. And I'm just like, that's so hard. So it's exactly that. Exactly on the point. So it's not for forever. Like, I know that my journey, my womb, that part of my life of carrying children, that's over for me now, which is both really sad but also okay at the same time, because I know that I'm not going to turn around and have another baby. So I'm not going to have those hormones. I'm not going to have a baby and gain some weight and then whatever. Like, I know that now I can move forward and say, okay, body, we have done such a good job. Now it's time to shift our body priorities. And it's not there yet, because my body's priorities is feeding and creating milk for Bruin, and that's okay. And you know, I'm just holding myself to too high of a standard, but it's that I will not be overweight forever. I have to trust the timing of this, and in that, trust my body. Oh, and then I'm trying to think of my truths. And then another truth is, I am not ugly or worthless because I am overweight. Do I find it attractive? No. Do I assume that everyone else finds it unattractive? Yes. Do I feel embarrassed? Oh, absolutely. It's such a raw process. But just because I feel it doesn't make it true in this sense. These are things that were spoken over me. These are things that were ingrained in me. This is not me. Like, it's okay. My worth and my value, like, my looks are the least interesting thing about me. But even in the state of being overweight, I'm not ugly and I'm not worthless. That may be what I see and what I feel, but that doesn't make it true. And that doesn't, and I know why. I'm assuming that everyone else feels the same way or thinks that of me. I know why, but it doesn't make it true, especially when you have healthy people in your life. When you have healthy people, no, they don't think that about you. Unhealthy people might. They might think that I'm lesser because of it. And usually that's a heart problem. It's their heart. They have an issue and it's just bleeding out onto you in that minute, or me, you know. So this is your reminder. If you're struggling, there are points in your life where sometimes you run from your pain. My suggestion is sometimes you lean into it. And I didn't look away. I didn't make excuses. I tried not to. And I just looked at my body and I was like, okay. If my expectation is that when I look in the video camera or the mirror that I'm going to look thin, yeah, I'm going to be disappointed because that's not what's there. So I tried to focus like, oh, well, I guess that looked okay. Oh, well, I guess that kind of looks nice. Oh, okay, I guess this is okay. And just lean into it. Together, guys, together we'll make it and we can heal. And yeah, someday, man, I'm gonna be at peace. Like, I'm gonna be at peace with myself. I'm gonna be at home in my body. Oh my gosh, I did not expect this. I'm getting choked up. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be at peace with me.
And that little girl is gonna be so proud of me. So keep working, keep pushing, and thanks. Thanks for all the good words, your prayers, for seeing me even when I don't, and seeing worth in me when I don't. Thanks for being my eyes. But yeah.